thinking that, okay, the information I learned from this seminar is going to change my life. Oh, I've learned a great deal of information. There was a time I went to an e-commerce, an e-commerce event in Ibadan. That was like 2018, right? I got so much information from that event. I was so pumped up. Naturally I'm a motivated guy, and that event really pumped me up. I got home, I started planning of how to start my own e-commerce business online. Believe me, till tomorrow, I'm still planning on how to start my e-commerce business online. So why am I saying that? When you come to a conference like this and you learn about a great deal of information, it is expected of you to act as fast as possible. It is expected of you to act as fast as possible with the information you get, because this thing will still be hot in your body this night. As you are getting the information, everything will still be hot. You'll still be on fire, motivated, and all that. Tomorrow morning, it won't be as hot. 1 week later, it's possibly could be cold at that point. So make sure you act as fast as possible. Make do with the information that you are going to get on this call tonight, and I promise you, I'm going to make this worth your time. I'm going to make this worth your time. All right. All right. So let's start. Let's kick off the meeting. With what I call my top 5 DeFi projects right now. There are five projects right now that pays the highest reward in DeFi. So let me explain what DeFi basically means. DeFi is the full meaning of DeFi is decentralized finance, right? And this is basically more like you being your own bank, right? You being your own bank. So everything that your bank does for you, from saving of money to investment of money to paying of interest to transferring money to your friends and family, doing all of those things. Now, with the help of DeFi, you'll be able to do that by yourself. You'll be able to do that by yourself. You'll be able to do that by yourself. All right. Then I've been able to copy out about 5 different projects that I think they have great potential right now. And they have a very, very, very tremendous amount of reward. The first project I found out about is MetaGear. MetaGear is a play-to-earn project, right? I'm sure a lot of you on the call tonight have heard something about NFT or metaverse or play-to-earn or gaming or GameFi, and the likes of all of those things, So basically, we are in the era of metaverse. So what is metaverse in the real sense? The same way we have the universe, right? That's the same way we have the metaverse. So the universe is the physical world that we can see, right? Where we can relate to people, where we can talk to people, transact with people, do business transactions with people, get off with people, get served breakfast by real people, right? That's the universe, right? Then we have the metaverse, which is the virtual world, right? Which is the virtual world where it is basically artificial intelligence, right? And virtual reality. So all the things in the metaverse, they are not really real, right? They are not really real in comparison with what we have in the universe right now, but they are more like the virtual representation of the universe. I hope I was able to explain that well. Metaverse is the virtual representation of the universe, So this MetaGear is a play-to-earn project, more like a game. I'm sure majority of you played Mario while growing up. If you didn't play Mario or you're a lady, you played some other game. I'm sure you played some game whereby you have to perform some task, right? And as you perform those tasks, you'll be rewarded with coins. You'll be rewarded with coins. You'll be rewarded with some certain things along the way. I'm very, very familiar with Mario. You get coins along the way, and the more coins you get, I think the faster you get, to your destination, and the faster you get promoted to the next level. So Play to earn project. There are several play to earn projects in existence right now, and they are following the same ideology. They are following the same pattern, with the Mario that we used to play in the olden days, right? But the only difference right now is that the money you are earning from playing this kind of games, you can actually withdraw it out. You can withdraw it out and convert it to Bitcoin, or convert it to Ethereum, or convert it to Litecoin, or whatever. You can even convert it to cash. You can convert it to cash. I know so a lot of people on the call tonight that do peer-to-peer, just tell them you want to sell so coin, as long as it is on CoinMarketCap and it is exchangeable, it is tradable, you can easily withdraw that money from your gaming app, right, and exchange it for cash straight up. So this particular project currently pays an APY of 290%. We'll do a lot of mathematics on the call tonight, right? And you just have to bear with me, because majority of people don't do the math when it comes to money, right? Personally, I don't like mathematics when, in terms of school, academics, and all that. I don't like mathematics, right? But the only mathematics that makes sense to me is the money mathematics, and we are going to do that on the call tonight, So MetaGear pays 290% APY per year, per year, right? And all you have to do is just to invest in their project, and they'll be paying you staking reward every single day. You can also call that farming reward, anyhow you want to call it. So project rating, I'm currently rating this 8/10 right now, right? Then on to the next project, we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is currently paying 270% APY, right? And the current price is $1.5. It has the same use case with the first coin, with the gear coin, we just spoke about MetaGear, and it's currently down 82% from the all-time high. That's pretty much right. But if you think about it, you are earning 217% additional units now. So when I'm saying APY, I'm talking about additional units. It's just like saying you have 10 Bitcoin, right? And they say stake your 10 Bitcoin, and by the end of 1 year, you've earned 21.7 more Bitcoin. That's exactly what this means, So you're not really concerned with, when it comes to APY now, you're not really concerned with, what the price is doing or what the market value is, because you're not getting percentage on the market value. You're getting percentage on the number of units that you've got in your portfolio, right? One thing you should learn, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency, is that you should learn how to be as flexible as possible. How do I mean by that? I run a particular group. I run a premium group. I know majority of people on the call know about the group, right? And so for about a month now, I've actually not dropped more than maybe 2 or 3 trades, right? And you may be like, okay, you're a full-time trader. What are you doing with your time? Why are you not dropping trades? And all of that. But the truth of the matter is that sometimes it pays not to trade at all than to trade and lose money. The best trading strategy you can apply or you can employ sometimes is not to trade at all. That means you have to keep readjusting your trading strategy to the market situation, right? So we've been on what I call a major correction, or some people even call it a bear market, for the past 3 months now in the Bitcoin market. I think Bitcoin touched all-time high over 100 days ago. 100 days ago. So it has been nosediving until like some days ago, where Bitcoin has started going back up. So whenever we're in a bearish market, unless your strategy is DCA, where you are just really buying and buying and buying, right? It is not wise to trade in some market situation. It is not wise enough to trade in some market situation. So at those moments where it is very hard to trade, what do you do? So that's where all these DeFi projects paying crazy APYs, that's where they come in. So you can basically leverage on these ones, giving you daily reward, without you really having to do anything. So what you are doing is just providing liquidity for the for the creators of the coin, right? The same way you provide liquidity for your bank, right? Through your what's the thing called? Through your fixed deposit account, right? So you give your bank money, you give them, let's say 10 million naira, and they use it for business, right? And let's say after 1 year, they pay you 2%, they pay you 5%. That's the same way you are providing liquidity for the creators of this coin to use for their day-to-day running of their business, right? And they pay you this particular amount after a year, after a month, and so on and so forth. So another project I looked into, that has a very high reward right now is Ether. Ether is currently paying 180% APY, right? And the use case is spaceship play to earn, and it has a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. That's MMORPG. So all these terms is still basically saying the same thing at the end of the day. It is still play to earn. There is a massive inflow of play to earn projects in the market right now, and this is the future right here. So if you have kids, little kids, you have 5-year-old, 10-year-old, maybe 15-year-old, kids, that's still in secondary school or primary school, and they are so motivated and intrigued about playing video games. You should get them to be looking into this play to earn thing, because while they are doing it for free somewhere, they can actually do that and be earning some good amount of money for the family, through this play to earn, platforms. Another one we have right here is a Diviner protocol. Diviner protocol is currently paying 180%. And the last one we have is Squid. I believe you are writing all of these things down, because I'm not going to go back on them. All right, so let's look at the compound effect of money. I said something at the beginning of the call that most people don't do the money maths, right? And that's why a lot of people worry about money these days. It seems like I'm the only one, or maybe a few of us, that were not really concerned about Bitcoin going down and all. Because I've seen this circle, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen hundreds or hundreds of times. Bitcoin going down, Bitcoin dropping, and for every time it has dropped, it has always risen back above $60,000 for every single time historically. So what gives you the confidence that it will drop this time around and it won't come back up? So you want to make sure that when it comes to money, you are less emotional and you are more logical, about your investment. You are less emotional and less emotional and more logical about your money. A lot of people actually know what to do. They know that when Bitcoin drops, it's time to buy more. But they are not doing it. Why? Because they're emotionally connected to their portfolio, right? They are emotionally connected to what they are trading. And money is an emotional game, no doubt. At any point in time where your emotion is high, it kind of overshadows your logic, and you are not being able to perform at your peak level, mentally. So a fun fact over here for you: do you know that if you earn 1% every single day, and you decide to compound that, for a whole year, right? You have 37.78x more of what you started with. Let me say that again. So if you start an investment with just $100, just $100, right? And you are getting 1% daily reward. 1% daily reward every single day for a whole year. That's 365 days. By the end of 1 year, compound interest would have taken your investment to 3,778% within a single calendar year. Within a single calendar year. On a normal day with simple interest, 1% every day return, you are meant to have, let's say, 365%. That's 3x. That's approximately 4x. But with the help of compound interest, you have 37x of whatever you started with, right? Now, the question is, what investments would give you 1% every day? I believe a lot of testifiers on the call could testify that it is easy. It is this easy to make 1% in the crypto markets. This one is a very volatile market, and it is that easy to make 1% on your trade, right? If you stick with the plan and you keep doing it, but even rather than just trading, because I believe you can't be on a winning streak for 365 days. You can't be trading every day, taking 1% for 365 days and not have a losing day or not get caught up in a bear market sometimes, So what do we do? That's where all these DeFi earning, farming, staking, and all of this, that's where they come in. That's where they come in. So let's do a little math of this 290% now, right? A 290% investment, a 290% yearly return is how much in a day, right? That's 290 divided by 365 days, right? That's paying 0.79 percent every single day. This is the reward. This is the reward that this guy over here, that's the reward he's paying, 0.79%, right? Now let's just do a minimal investment of $100, a minimal investment of just $100, right? Compounded every single day. You are compounding it daily. You can see the calculator over here, so you can also check it out and see, do your math after the call. We are just doing this for 1 year, right? And we are saying we are putting $100 investment and want to compound it every day for 1 year. Look at this. With $1 investment, with $1 investment, with $100 investment, you have how much now at the end of 1 year? You have $1,796. $1,796 with this investment opportunity over here, right? Even though DeFi also have DeFi projects also have their own disadvantage. One of the disadvantages is that if you don't secure because you have like total access, like you have total control of what goes on your accounts, on your portfolio, right? So if you lose the private key to anybody, they can take away your money that easy, so you won't be careless. You have to be very, very careful with DeFi projects and all of that, because you have absolute control of your money, right? And there are a lot of bad guys out there, that just want to swindle you and get your private key and withdraw whatever money you have there. So with compound interest, just 1% every day, just 1% every day, right, on just the $100 investment will turn into over $3,700 after 1 year. I hope someone is excited about that figure. A little drop of water consistently, becomes an ocean with the help of compound interest. So from today, don't see $100, don't see 100K. Some people will lose money on investment and they say, it's just 100K I lost. Man, you did not just lose 100K. You lost 100K with all the potential that 100K would have brought back to you. I hope after this call, you don't see money the same way again. You don't see 100K as just 100K. But that 100K has the capability to make you wealthy within the next 5 years, within the next 10 years. If you are consistent enough and you put your money in the right kind of investment, right? So a guy says, oh, it's just 100K. It's just 100K. So let's do a math of just 100,000 naira. A math of just 100,000 naira. What 100,000 naira could become in the next 5 years, for example, in the next 5 years, right? So let's even cut this percentage. Let's cut it down. Let's say you are earning just 0.3%. Let's say you are earning just 0.3% every single day. Sunshine and rainbow, noon and night, L or high water, 0.3% will come over your 100K every single day. And we are willing to do this for how long? For 5 years. For 5 years. Don't mind the currency we are using. There's no naira on this particular website, right? Can you see how much a 100K investment will turn into in 5 years? Over 23 million naira. 23 million naira just 100,000 naira that you said, oh, it's just 100K, I just lost it to these people, I will make another one. Because every time you lose money to these investment schemes, right, and you have to hustle again to get another money, you've drawn yourself back, only God knows how many months or how many years, because you lose money, yeah, but what you are losing is actually way more than money. It is time. It is time, and the time that's supposed to give you what's it called? The time that's supposed to bear you fruits with the help of compound interest is what you are losing to these guys. So I hope after this call, you don't go and invest your money into one scheme or another again, hoping that some people manage your wealth for you. There is nobody on the planet that can manage your wealth for you like you would do it by yourself. Like you would do it for yourself. Nobody has your best interest in their hearts. Everybody out here is here to get the bag and feed themselves, feed their family, do well for themselves. That's the truth. So this is the right time for you to start taking your finances serious. This is the right time for you to start taking full responsibility. So you know how much money goes out, you know how much money comes in, you know how much money goes into investment in terms of percentage now. And you have to be meticulous about it. Actually, in compound interest and all of these things, they don't become big until, like, let's say the third year or the fourth year or the fifth year, right? The question is, can you be consistent? Can you do something consistent every single day for 3 years with the hope that at the end of this thing, it's going to be worth it? Because you have the numbers. Because you have the numbers at the back of your mind, right? Right. So I was sharing on our group of how I was able to flip some money last month. Flip a $1,000 account to $11,000. That was only possible because of what we call IDO and launchpads. Because I don't know the number of trades you want to take in January this year that you make 30. How many X? About 7X. It is possible, but it's highly unlikely unless you trade futures, right? And you are basically risking 100% of your account, to do that kind of figure in one month. So let me give you a brief introduction of what IDOs are, what launchpads are, right? And how to get the best out of all of this. How to get the best out of all of this. Give me a second. Right. So IDO basically means initial DEX offering. DEX means decentralized exchange, right? I'm sure a lot of people on the call know what IPO means, initial public offering, right? Where a new company wants to launch, right? And they seek fundraising from the public, right? And as a result of seeking the fundraising, they basically use the fundraising to they collect cash from you and they exchange it for the company's shares, right? For the company's share, so you pay, let's say $50,000 to a particular company, and in return they give you, let's say 1% equity, right? Or they give you 0.5% equity in their company. So that's the exact thing that is happening right now in the crypto space. So the crypto version of IPO is what we call IDO, initial DEX offering. If you've been in crypto for a while, 2016, 2017, 2018, I'm sure you're familiar with ICO, you're familiar with IEO. So those are like the two major formats of doing fundraising in crypto before, right? Before the advent of IDO. But because of the risk involved in this other vehicle, there had to be like an innovation, because for example, ICO, you want to buy an ICO project now, you have to go to their website, you have to go pay money to these strange guys, and they give you the return, you pay them, let's say USDT or BUSD or Bitcoin, and in return you get, their own token that they are trying to sell to you, right? But the risk of getting scammed in that kind of investment is very, very high. Why? Because you could buy a coin and you never even make it to the exchange. And if you buy into a coin with your life savings and you know, the coin never makes it to an exchange, there's no way in the world you want to get your money back. No way. You know, and crypto is way less regulated right now. You know, the crypto market compared to the stock market or, you know, the other financial markets we have, you know, the crypto market is actually way less regulated, you know. So we evolved into IEO. You know, this is initial exchange offering. I'm sure you see Binance doing some fundraising sometimes. I think I participated in 3 or 4 of them, you know, last year, before I knew that this is just a waste of time. You know, IEO is exchange, you know, this centralized exchange like Binance, like KuCoin, like Gate.io, like Bitress, you know, trying to do fundraising for new projects and all of that, you know. So with the help of IDO, you can maintain the trust, right, that you will get with the IEO system. At the same time, get the full benefits or the potential reward that you get with the ICO system, you know. So this is more like double portion right here. You know, this is like the combination of ICO and IEO. You know, IDO is like a combination of ICO and IEO. You know, moving on, there's something called launchpad. You know, so there are different platforms where this IDO project, you know, this new project go to get launched. You know, there are certain platforms they go. I think there are about 100 more of them in the market right now. You know, where new projects developers go to and say, okay, we want to do fundraising for our project, and this launch pads will be the one to scrutinize them and say, okay, what is your project all about? Who are the people you've partnered with, and who are the people that have invested in your company, and you know, what's the projection for your company in the next 5 years? You know, what's the technology behind your project? And all of those questions will be asked, you know. So these launchpads basically do the due diligence on your behalf, right? So if the projects go through the scrutiny phases, right, and they make it to the listing phase, that's where you now come in as an investor to put money inside this new project, right? And as soon as you put money into it, you know, the majority of this this top launch pads, they get sold out quickly. They get sold out quickly. So, you know, so I would still talk more in depth about it before the end of the call. You know, so just have an idea that launch pads are the platforms where IDO projects go to get launched. Like what's this place called? The New York Stock Exchange. That's where the new companies, the new traditional companies, right? That's where they go to get launched, right? So our own version of New York Stock Exchange in the crypto market is called launchpads. It's called launchpads, right? All right. So right now we have these are like my 3 top projects in terms of launchpad projects in the market right now. You know, that pays the highest reward, you know, lowest risk, right? And it just ticks every single you know, every single box, right? So the first one is BSC pad. The first one is BSC pad. The second one is Trust pad, and the last one is DAO Maker. These are like my top 3 right now. You know, so what does it entail before you can get into BSC pad? What would you have to do? The minimum entry right now is 1,000 units of BSC pad. You at least must take 1,000 units of BSC pad in your account, and that gives you a chance. But that's just the bare minimum entry, right? Because after that, what you will have with this 1,000 units, what you would have is what we call lottery. You know, you would get into the lottery system with this 1,000 units. So it's just like gambling, right? Not like you are gambling for your investment, but you are gambling for a slot. I'm sure if you're on Twitter, you see a lot of people talk about whitelist, and you must have been wondering that, what is whitelist? What does it mean? How can I get one? You know, so for this particular one now, you know, you remember there are thousands of other people that also need a whitelisting spot like yourself. You know, so they put all of you into a lottery, right? Let's say 5,000 people may be fighting for just 100 slots, right? That means at the end of the day, 4,900 people will not get any slots, and they will have to try again next time. This to me is just like a waste of time. I won't lie to you, because I don't even like gambling in the first place, and I'm very, very unlucky. I remember playing Naira Bet or Bet Ninja at some point, I think 4 or 5 years ago, right? And back to back, every single game, it was always one match that would cut my tickets. One match, every single game for like 5 different times. It was that time I said, in my life, I'll never go near anything gambling. I'll never go near anything gambling. I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky. To be a successful gambler, I've actually never won any raffle draw or gambling or anything like that. I've never won any of them before. So as I was saying, this is just like a lottery, right? And the chance of you getting whitelisted is very, very slim. But there's something we call guaranteed allocation also. So this is more or less for like the big guys that have the kind of fund to afford a guaranteed allocation, right? So what guaranteed allocation means is that if they like, they want to just sell to 200 people. If they like, they want to sell to 500 people. You have to be one of those people that they will sell to. You have to be one of those people that they will sell to. Why? Because you have staked enough of their native token, right? And that gives you the access to have a guaranteed allocation slot. So for BSC right now, the entry level is 900. The lowest guaranteed allocation is $9,000. They still have more guaranteed, more levels. It is more like tier level. So the higher you go, the higher the allocation you will get, and the higher the amount you have to invest. So with this $9,000, you stake it in their pool, right? And you earn 15% of this 10,000 unit every year. That's 1,005 additional units every year. But we are currently doing something whereby you actually go there to restake all your daily reward. So you earn so amount today, you go back, restake it. You earn $1 today, you go back, you restake it. So by the end of 1 year, you've earned way more than they are even promising to pay, with the help of compound interest. So another one we have over here is TrustPad, right? TrustPad, the minimum entry for TrustPad right now is 3,000 unit of TrustPad, which is worth about $1,965, approximately $2,000. So if you want a guaranteed allocation for TrustPad, you need to hold at least 15,000 units of their TrustPad token, and that is currently worth about $9,800 also. So this gives you ability to participate in all their projects. You have a guaranteed allocation for all their projects. That's basically what it means. And for DAO Maker is quite expensive. We actually got on DAO Maker some months ago, but we had to run away because we're not really getting any use for the money we invested in DAO Maker. So DAO Maker now, for you to get the guaranteed allocation on DAO Maker, you need at least $116,000. So I won't really spend more time on that. Right. So here's the question. A lot of people ask me, okay, I can't afford $3,000. I can't afford $5,000, or I can't afford a guaranteed allocation of $9,000. Is there a chance for me in this whole thing, right? What's my luck? Do I have a luck at all? So I was able to devise this 3 ways, right, where you can actually enter this investment opportunities from, right? The first one is if you have the cash, outright cash, you just go ahead and buy whatever they require you to buy, right? And you stake it, you get guaranteed allocation instantly, right? And the second thing you can do to get to that level is to do what we call DCA, dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging. In fact, this is like the easiest way. If you can't afford $9,000 right now, if you can't afford $116,000 right now, if you can't afford 9K, what you can do is to do DCA. That means you are buying periodically. So any day that you earn 50,000 naira, right? You say, okay, out of this 50,000 naira, 25K is going into my savings. That means you are saving your cash into this tokens over here, and you just keep on buying. So this one says they need 15,000 units. before they give you the guaranteed allocation. What do you say? Okay, I can't afford $15,000, 50,000 unit right now. What do I do? Maybe I will buy 500 unit every day or every week. Eventually you will end up having 15,000 units and you'll be able to participate in, those projects and all of that. So you are not really concerned about, okay, where the current price is and all. You just keep on working and, keep on saving as much as possible, but make sure whatever you are saving, right, does not affect your livelihood. Because if Sakpa catch you, you still have to go and withdraw that money and to sort yourself. Now, person will be alive, they invest. Now person will be alive, they invest. So make sure you are not investing much more than you can, actually afford, to invest. Another way, right, for people that don't have any money at all, and they don't have any capacity, right? You don't have money and you don't have earning capacity right now. What do I mean by that? That means you don't have something that is currently bringing money out of your pocket. You don't have liquid cash and you don't have something that currently bringing you money, bringing money out into your pocket. So what you can do is to basically just look into, the airdrop opportunity. I've shared the story so many times that the first money I made from this market was actually through, someone said, talk to me directly. I'm not talking to you. The first money I actually made from the crypto space came from airdrop. We were making some really, really cool cash, 2018, 2017, from airdrop. And there are still a lot of them right now, right? There are still a lot of projects right now that do airdrop. As a matter of fact, 99% of the project that you see on CoinMarketCap today, all of them do airdrop. All of them, including Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was launching at that time, they did airdrop. Ethereum did airdrop. BNB, they did it. All of them do airdrop. Airdrop is basically more like project sampling, right? They want to launch a new product into the market and they've not earned the trust of the consumers yet. So they give you their product for free to go and test it out. And if you are satisfied with what you see, right? It's just like the way traditional marketing work, so airdrop is a marketing strategy. They give you for free, then expecting that, if the coin performs well, you buy more eventually, So what you can do, if I'm starting today without any money at all, the first thing I would do is to go to Twitter, right? The first thing I'm going to do is to go to twitter.com, and, start looking for airdrop. This was exactly what I did in 2016, 2017. I'm showing you over here. Search for airdrop alerts, airdrop alerts. I'm sure there will be a lot of, pages. Okay, so this was the one that was really feeding us the airdrop alert that year. You see this one has 158,000 followers. So you can really use followers to judge them also. So let's check this guy's page, right, and see what he's got going on his page. So the first thing you have to do is to follow him on your notification, right, so that you get alerted anytime he drops anything. So he drops this one, social gaming airdrop alert, web, blah, 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 blah. So what do you have to do? You have to go to this website to claim your airdrop, right? Another one, this is another airdrop entirely, virtual field, airdrop alert. You go to the website, you go to this website to claim, the airdrop, So that's basically the way it is. And there are a lot of Telegram groups so you can join, whereby you get this alerts in good time, right? You get this alerts in good time and you are able to put in for them, register for them, fill in their form, do their task, right? And you'll be able to get, at least if you do 100 airdrop, at least 10 of them will drop. Out of that 10, 5 will be valuable. So if you don't have money, at least you have time. At least you have time to commit to do all of this, to do all of these assignments and all of that. How safe is airdrop? All right, I think that's a very, very good question. So what I do most time is to have a separate wallet for airdrop and a separate wallet for investment, right? So what I use for my airdrop is what's this? What my Ether wallet? Yeah, what I use for airdrop most time is my Ether wallet. You know, oh, can I get this? Can I get my old wallet to show? I actually use my Ether wallet for airdrops, and I use MetaMask for my investment. So you know the difference now. You know, so it is very, very easy to fall for scams, because most of these guys right now, they do every single thing just to make sure they swindle you of your hard-earned money, and you know, they take away your money from you. You know, so you just have to be very, very careful. Be wise as a dove and be cunning as a snake, or however the Bible puts that. You know, so next week there's going to be a fast start training, right? This IDO whole thing and everything, you know, you still learn you know, about them in depth. We're about 15 minutes into the call right now, and you can't learn all of this in one night. Trust me on that. You cannot learn all the opportunities in the crypto space in one night. You can't learn ID opportunities, launchpad, and all of this. We can keep going. I can keep going, right? But there is only a limit to how much you know, you can take in one day. For most people on the call right now, this is like their first introduction to airdrop, first introduction to cryptocurrency, first introduction to launchpad, first introduction to IDOs and all of that, you know, in one night. All right, I'm gonna attend to your question. Just give me a minute. Let me round off my presentation over here. You know, so we'll be having a fast start training next week, right? And it's going to be like a 2 or 3 days training, right? Basically just to get you started rightly. You know, there's a difference between doing something and doing it right. You know, there are two different things, right? What I'm going to do for you with this fast start training is what I wished someone did for me some months ago when I was, you know, looking for the opportunities in this ICO, IDO, you know, space. I actually fell for a particular scam called Cada Labs, right? So we thought these guys were, you know, this big project, went to their website, paid them in Cardano, expecting to get a return of our investment, and they just went with our money like that, you know. So it is quite crazy, right? So you have to also be very careful. The fact that it is easy to make money, it's easy to flip money with these opportunities, it also means that the bad guys are around the corner, right? And you literally need someone that could take you by hand and show you the best way to get this thing done, the best way to get it done without, you know, doing try and error, losing money, you know, unnecessarily. You know, why do you have to lose money when you have me in the real sense? You know, so what I'm gonna do for you with the fast start training for people that are not already, you know, involved in Launchpad's IDO is to give you 10 different projects that you can actually start with $1,000 to $5,000. So some people will say, I can't afford $9,000 that BSC pad is asking for. I can't afford $9,000 or $10,000 that TrustPad is asking for, you know, before I can join their guaranteed allocation. Now, I'm saying I'm going to give you a list of 10 different projects that you can start with at least $1,000, with as a minimum as $1,000, you know, or $1,000 to $5,000, you know. And another thing you will get, right, is more like evaluation of this project from A to Z. You know, so what are the other things to consider? Because it's not just about $1,000 guaranteed allocation or $5,000. The point is, are you going to get the value for the money you are staking? Are you going to get how much project do they host on that launchpad that you are going to? You know, so these are the things I will be able to evaluate together during the fast start training, and the number of projects that this launchpads are getting also. Because okay, imagine you just lock down your $5,000 investment now, and for 6 months they are not putting any projects up there. You know, for example, we did Poker Starter. Poker Starter have not launched a single project. Maybe they launched a single one throughout this year. When TrustPad has done how many projects already? Look at this. TrustPad has done how many projects already? Over here. This year alone. I just want to check for this year. this year's project alone, TrustPad has done, we're starting from here, it's February, January 9th, okay? So the first project they did this year was, it started from here, right? This top fantasy you are seeing over here, right? So let's count 3 up, right? So this is 3, this is 6, this is 9, this is 12, right? And this is 15, this is 18, this is 21. When TrustPad has done 21 project pre-sale this year, and you can see their respective ROI over here. BlockPad did 22x, right? Some of the projects are not listed yet. Sin City did 6x, 6.85x, right? This is like my favorite project so far so good this year. It did 31x. I think I dropped this project on my Zoom, on my status yesterday, right? It was around 0.35 when I dropped it. Currently is over 0.6 right now. You can see the current value over 0.59. So that's some good profit. Remember I entered at 0.019. That's the pre-sale price. So I'm still holding. I'm still going to be holding to like $1, $2 valuation before I take any profit from that. So this is really like a soft game for you, right? The risk is very, very low, and the upside is very, 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 very high. So you don't have to do it the wrong way before you do it the right way. So that's basically what I'm saying, right? And another thing we'll check is the past historical record of these IDOs that we are talking about here. What have they done before? The past project they've launched, do they have track record, right? How many X have they done? What's the highest X, and what's the worst percentage they've ever done? So those are the things we'll consider. Another things I'll be able to consider with you is the high staking reward, right? High staking reward. So I said you stake and you earn daily reward from these platforms, right? And we'll basically compare and contrast all the 10 projects and consider which ones suit your investment portfolio the best. We'll consider that. Another thing we'll consider is the strong fundamentals, because fundamentals has a long way to go in what the price will do on a long term. So we'll consider the fundamentals together also, right? The ability to compound your daily reward. Some of these platforms don't allow us to compound our daily reward, right? They will just hold your money and pay you at the end of the contract you have with them. But platforms like TrustPad, platforms like BSCPad, platforms like Game Zone, Meta VPad, and the likes of them, they allow you to compound your daily rewards. So basically that's just for the greater good, right, of your portfolio. Because you earn more money and you compound it, you earn more daily reward, and your daily reward keeps on going up like that. So at some point you may be earning $10 at the beginning, but by the time you are compounding it, your daily reward will keep on going up like $11, $12, $15 per day, $30 per day, $50 per day, and it just keeps on leveling up like that. So that's that about that, right? And I'm sure a lot of you know I have a private group, premium group, where I draw quality informations and share my newest discoveries in the market. So if you when you join my private group, the things you are going to be able to learn and get as benefits. The first thing is weekly market updates. So you never be caught unaware with any move in the market. Whatever Bitcoin is doing, whatever Ethereum is doing, you'll be abreast of them. You will be totally informed of where the market is going to and how you can take advantage of the market movement. Another thing you get is accurate trade signals. I've not been dropping any signal for a while now. I said I only dropped like 3 to 4 signals for the past 1 month now, because the market is not good. So it's better that I don't drop any signal. I drop signal and you lose money, So another thing you will get is quality education, right? There will be masterclass, from time to time, training you on how to do analysis by yourself, how to do fundamental analysis, all these things I've been talking about today. So you'll be able to do it yourself. You'll be able to do it yourself. Another thing you get is crypto is actually very, very, very wide right now. and the opportunities, new opportunities keep on coming up every single day. I remember 2 years ago, there was nothing like metaverse, there was nothing like NFT, there was nothing like play to earn and all of those things, but because this is more like an innovation, right? And it keeps on getting better and better and better every single day. So new discoveries, new innovations will also come on board, and we'll learn about them and share it with the community first. You also have access to send in whatever coin you are trading and whatever coin you want us to analyze for you. We'll be able to do that at no extra cost. And most importantly, you have lifetime mentorship access to me. Lifetime mentorship access to me. It doesn't matter if I become a billionaire tomorrow, I become a trillionaire tomorrow. You still have access to me because you are literally buying my consultation for life. That's basically what it means. So the membership group goes for just $200 every year, right? It is a $200 membership group, non-negotiable, right? Because I believe I'm giving 10x the value I'm charging for, right? But there is a money back guarantee that comes with the membership fee. So at the end of 1 year, if you are not satisfied with how much value I've given you for the past 365 days, you can basically walk to me, tell me you are not satisfied. I'll be happy, more than happy to pay your money back. And, I'll still pay you some extra for wasting your time. That's how sure I am that I'm going to make you money. How sure I am that I'm going to deliver value onto you. Yo, I hope it's doing a great time. I'll just allow 2 or 3 people to talk, people from the group, before we attend to questions, right? Let's hear from them, the people that have joined the group when we started it some months ago, how it has been so far, the journey so far, and we'll go ahead and sort out your question. Who is writing on my screen? Is Solomon on the call? I'm trying.
Hello.
Yeah, how you doing?
I did all right. I did with you.
Bro. Yeah. So I'll just ask you a couple of questions, and I'd love you to be as honest as possible with me. So how has it been so far, the journey since I think you joined Crypto Bull last December, right? December.
Yeah, the VIP.
Yeah, the VIP group.
Yeah, that's
yeah. How's it been?
Well, it's been a roller coaster,
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that it's been worth it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
We've seen a lot of opportunities. Most of them we couldn't participate because of the resources to participate, but the one we did,
yeah.
actually glad we did,
Yeah.
Like the Cadillacs we're talking about, I think that's the only back we had so far.
Yeah.
Every other thing has been great, and it's been really, really great. I would say that.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. I'd love someone else. If you're on the VIP group and you're on this call, kindly signify or just unmute yourself, all right, Ojo Kindly, I think you're on the VIP group.
Yeah.
You want to share?
Boss. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well done, boss.
Yeah,
I celebrate you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
I am also a benefactor. And actually, the time I joined happened to be the bearish moment. And as the other guy said earlier, the updates are actually good. At least like 3 to 4 have been tried. They usually give profit. Actually, might not be much during bearish, but we still see good results. So I can say boldly that future is there are good things in future for us to enjoy.
Makes sense. Yeah, thank you very much for your contribution. Right. So let's go right into question and answer. So if you have any question, kindly go ahead and ask a question. And all right, so let me just read out the questions we have in the question box over here. Right. So someone asked, Mr. Ajibola asked that let's assume I have $8,000, right? And there's an IDO taking place on TrustPad on Monday. another ID on BSC pad or the following Monday, how can I use the same fund to participate in both, launchpad? So that's almost impossible. That's almost impossible. I think the creators of this launch pads, right? The developers of this launch pad they are wise, right? They are wise enough to put a lock period on your account, right? So if you, let's say, invest 10,000 BSC pad now, they will say if you want to withdraw this money within the first 4 or 5 weeks of investing the money, you pay 25% fee. Do you understand? You pay 25% fee, for example, or some of them will say you pay 10% fee. Some of them have a fixed charge.
When they go, what you want to log it now?
Are you talking to us?
No, oh, sorry.
All right. So as I was saying, they say there is always a lockdown period whereby you won't be able to withdraw your fund. So you can't use the same fund to participate in 2 IDOs. What you can do instead is that you build up the fund. Okay, so let's say, for example, you have BSC pad guaranteed allocation, right? And you bought everything, and also the daily reward you are getting from BSC pad, you may not restake it. You may be, moving that fund into trust pad, right? So the returns you are getting from the project that you participate on BSC pad. So some projects will do 20x, some projects will do 10x, some will do 100, some will do 200. Last year we had Meta V pad that did over 1,200x. So the returns you get from this project, you can then reinvest it into trust pad. Do you understand? In fact, I'm currently building up one Meta V pad portfolio right now. So I'm using TrustPad to build Meta V pad. So the reward I'm getting from all these other projects that I participated in on TrustPad, this Gen Shokishi, the likes of them, Monster Galaxy, and the likes of them. The reward I'm getting from here, I'm just like pushing it into Meta V pad. Just to be able to get the guaranteed allocation on that launch pad also. I hope I've been able to answer your question, Mr. Ajibola, if you are still on the call. All right, next question says, with regards to launchpad and DeFi platform, is there a chance that one could invest? Is there a chance that one could invest in their token and eventually lose money as a result of value of those token plummeting? All right. So the way it works, right, is that it is very, very possible that price goes up and down. Get me right. It is very, very possible, and it is highly likely that price goes up and down. Sorry, you lost me for a minute. My mom call came in. So sorry for the interruption. All right, so as I was saying, can I still have a chat? Sure. It shows a switch. All right, so I was saying that the price cannot really plummet like that, because why does, the first question you have to ask yourself is why, okay, if the project goes from, let's say, $100 now and it goes all the way to $10, why did that happen? Why that will happen is because the project does not have a use case, right? And remember that you are already, in fact, you are investing in a use case. Yeah, by investing in these launch pads and IDO platform, you are basically investing in their use case, because a lot of people that have the coins will not dump when they won't dump the coins when the market is down, right? Why some projects go all the way down is because they don't have the usability to keep the price up when the chips are down, But guess what? A lot of other people are staking the same projects. They are staking on the same project with you, and they won't dump, even though if some of them will dump back to USDT, majority of them will not dump. So that will still keep the price of this project. That will keep the price up. That will keep the price up, through the whatever market situation is happening and all of that. I hope I was able to answer your question if you are still on the call. Right. And Mr. Emmanuel Odunwa asked that I find the process of earning in airdrop is complex. How do I learn to do this? All right, there was going to be a fast start training next week, right, where I'll basically be taking all the the people on the premium group on the fast start, how to get started in the IDO space, on the launchpad space, how to get fast, how to get started fast, so we'll show you everything you need to know about airdrop, how to earn airdrop, the groups will be on, how to spot the scams, and what to do and what not to do. We'll show you all of that, in next week's fast start training, right? The next question is, how can I participate in the upcoming pools on TrustPad? How can I participate in upcoming pools on TrustPad? The same question, sir. All right. So the way you will participate is by buying 15,000 units of TrustPad. Buying 15,000 units of TrustPad. After doing that, the next thing you have to do is to stake this amount. After staking it, right? After staking it, the next thing you have to do is to deposit some amount in your MetaMask account as liquidity. Because when these pools start coming up, these new pools, when they start coming up, it is your liquidity you will use to buy them. And most times they use BUSD. So you just save enough BUSD in your account, right? We'll be participating in this one. There's one coming up on Monday. Give me a second. We did Lunarverse yesterday also. All right, so crazy NFT is coming up on Monday. Bullyverse is coming up, I think by the end of this coming week, right? So we'll be able to participate in these two projects. As soon as you have 15,000 units of TPAD staked, you are good to go. You are good to go. Is there any other question before we call it a night? Is there any other question? SDF, do you have any question? Abayomi, do you have any question? Mr. Adedero, Adetola Babs, please give me as much feedback as possible. Did you learn anything? Put it on the chat box. Do you have any observation, anything you think I should talk about that I did not talk about? And let's just wrap it up once and for all. Mr. Toby said, thanks for this event. Yeah, you are very, very welcome. It was worth my time. It was worth mine too. Thank you very much for showing up, and God bless. That's my mentor, by the way. That's the person that taught me everything I know about Bitcoin, about cryptocurrency. Yeah, thanks for this session. You're welcome. Thanks for joining the call. I came in lately. All right, the meeting is being recorded, so you can always watch the recap. All right, Chuk said, I had a flat battery. How soon can I watch the replay? You can always watch the replay. Don't worry, I will upload it on the YouTube channel tomorrow, and I'll drop the link for everyone to check, right? I can't wait for the fast start. Yes, brother, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get the money. The year is still very young, and this is the right time to set the pace for the rest of the year. This is the best time to set the pace for the rest of the year, because most times how you start a week determines how the rest of the week is going to go. How you start a month sometimes determines how the rest of the month is going to go, right? Right now, how you start, how you're starting the year right now has a massive effect on how the rest of the year would go. If you can create so much momentum right now, trust me, you just keep on going and keep on going, because now all you have to do is just repetition. All you have to do basically is repetition of what it takes to make it, or what it takes to make good money from the market. So if you've known the way, if you've known the secret, like I'm going to show you over here, right? What else do you have to do? Just keep on repeating. Just keep on repeating. Don't try to reinvent the wheel. That's one thing most people do. That's where most people get it wrong. They want to get into an investment game. They want to get into a particular game right now, and they are saying, okay, I want to be inventive, or I want to be innovative. See, I don't give a damn about being innovative. If I see that you have a result that works, bro, I'm going to copy the results, and I'm going to copy your strategy, and I'm going to get the same result you are getting. So in business, in life, always note that copy is allowed. You are allowed to copy me just as I'm allowed to copy every other person, getting the kind of results, I want to get right now. So someone is saying, how much is the fast start? The fast start is actually free. The fast start training is free, but you have to join the VIP group before you have access to the fast start training. So if you're a member of the VIP group, automatically you have access. But if you are not a member of the VIP group, it costs $200 yearly to join the VIP group, and it comes with the money back guarantee, 100% money back guarantee. As how sure I am, I'm gonna make you money. I'm gonna make you moolah. All right, another person is asking another question. Good evening, sir. My name is Perry. Can we use Trust Wallet to do staking for both Metaverse project and DeFi project? Yes, you can use Trust Wallet. You can use Trust Wallet. You can use MetaMask, but I use MetaMask, and I recommend MetaMask. Right. Thank you very much. It was an insightful session. Worthwhile. Thank you very much for jumping on the call. Right. I think that's that about that ethical copying. That's the way we roll, bro. All right. Thank you very much. If you are willing to join the group ASAP, reach out to me on WhatsApp through any of the groups, right? Or send me a mail tonight. We'll get you plugged in, we'll get you started ASAP, and we'll start making things happen. Thank you very much for jumping on the call once again, and have a wonderful night. Good night. The meeting is over. Yeah, good night, everybody. Shit. Whew. What a time.